Alright, we're back. I'm going to start modeling the hands. They're kind of angled in a strange way with the thumb pointing straight down and the fingers going up that way. So I'm going to start by, I actually started this way and I felt like it's better off to start right there. So I'm going to make a cube. Bring the cube over here after frame in. I'm just going to size this cube, scale it, and get it to fit just about this angle right here, which is about a 42. Let's try 45 degrees. It's about 45 degree. All right. I'm going to go to the vertex mode, and I'm kind of sort of just going to move these vertices so it lines up with the fingertip. Actually, going to make it a little bit narrower. I'm going to grab this one and this one, and I'm just going to pull them down slightly in an angle. When this is smooth, this part will round out, so I'm not too concerned about right there. Okay, so I'm going to start right there. Okay, so back in the perspective view, what you want is to grab the face of the finger, which is right about there. That's the face we want to start extruding up. So we're going to go extrude, pull that up right around here. G to extrude again. I'm going to pull this extrusion up over here somewhere. I'm going to do one more. Alright, Q to drop the tool, and I'm going to start shaping that thumb. Grab these vertices, move them over to here. Oops. Then grab these, move them over to there. I want these two to line up right over here so we can extrude up. So this will come down right about here. Move this over down here. Let's see what this will do. Maybe we can do that. I'm going to have this come all the way up here. My mouse is not catching. Alright, I'm going to have this come up here. And try that. And we're going to need an edge loop right over here first. And let's move this up and over. Now, of course, the thumb is way too thick, so we're going to have to fix that in just a bit. I'm going to right click, go to my object mode, select this object, insert an edge loop right around here. Press Q to drop the tool, vertex, and grab this, move it over here to kind of get that part of the wrist, and we're going to have to sew that together. Just a minute. And now we're left with the rest of the hand. Alright, so before we move on to the rest of the hand, let's take a look at what this finger looks like. And round. Okay, I'm going to go with that for right now. Looking at this hand from the top view, you're going to notice that this portion of the hand right over here is going to become, this portion of the cube, sorry, is going to become the hand. So it needs to be a little bit wider. These two faces needs to be a little wider. So I'm just going to grab, let's take a closer look. I don't need these faces. Just going to need these two faces. Let's see what we can do. We can actually scale this top part of the finger, not that one of course. And let's try to make it just a wee bit wider to accommodate the fingers that we're going to make. Probably going to take these vertices right here and just scale them back in so they're not too far over. And also, since this is the end of a thumb, we're going to grab these 4 vertices right here and make them a little smaller. Maybe even pull them out just a smidge. So here's the start of our hand right over here. Okay. I'm going to use the multi-cut tool to cut out some fingers. Because he's an alien, I think I'm just going to give him 3 fingers. I'm going to go to the, actually select the object. I'm going to go to my modeling toolkit. And I'm going to choose multi-cut. And with this, holding down the control key, I'm going to cut a section right over here. And Q to drop the tool. Let's do it one more time. Control, we're going to cut another one right over here. Alright. So these will become our fingers. But they need to be a wee bit narrower because the finger is going to be too wide. So I'm going to grab these vertices right over here. I'm going to scale them in just a smidge so the fingers are not going to come out too wide. Because they need to be like a square shape, more of a square shape. Okay, we'll try that. Right click, go to face. I'm going to select this face, and we are going to have to extrude them separately because of the extra edge loop. Let me see, I think I can delete that edge loop, so let's try that. I'm going to click to select this edge, control to delete that edge. Oh, that'll be much easier. Go to my face mode, select these 3 faces. I'm going to go to the extrude tool from here, but I want to go ahead and turn off keep faces together. I'm going to first go to an local Z and push them out for the fingers. So this will be where the knuckles will go. And then I'm going to hit the offset and spread them apart. That way. Right. G to extrude again. And you have the start of some fingers. Okay, let's take a look and see what it looks like. I'm going to look at it from the side view and figure out what we have. Alright, we're going to take these vertices and we're going to move them up here. Take these 2, move them up there. This one should go down here. And grab this one and kind of pull it down. Like so. Alright. The fingers are different lengths, so I'm going to assume that the middle finger is the longest. So when I'm extruding this, I'm going to work with the middle finger first, and then work with the rest of them. So looking at it from this view, already they're looking like a tiny bit too long. So I'm going to go to select the faces. I'm going to hold shift and click on the right angle bracket to select more. Notice that how this is angled. I kind of don't like it, so we can go to double click on this tool, and it's right now on the object. Let's see what happens when we change it to the world. That's what I want. I want it to be straight. So we're going to scale this down quite a bit, so the fingers are not going to come out way too long. And I'm going to hold down shift and hit the left angle angle bracket. And I'm going to scale these even down further, so they're more like a squarish shape. Alright, I'm going to reset the tool. And at this point, I can select these faces and extrude them out. If they're too skinny, we can always go back, but I think that actually they are too skinny. We're going to use the scale tool again, and this time I'm going to widen it just a bit. Put this face, move it back over here. Put this face, move the finger back over here. Right. And shift, extrude all three faces at the same time. This will be the first digit part. G to extrude again. The knuckles area, the bend of the finger. G to extrude one more time. The rest of the fingers. And if you want to, you can add the little right here and so forth. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, obviously our fingers are way too skinny. So this is where we're going to come in and fix it. Go to the vertex, grab this, move them up, move this back down. I don't think this drawing is very proportionate, so we're going to have to find a way to make these fingers look a little nicer. This goes in here, goes in here. Grab these, just move them over, and make this the longest finger right here. Let's put this back a bit, move this down, move this one up. I'm also going to grab these two and just move them out for the rest of the fingers. Oops. Grab this one, give it a little tapered look, put this in slightly, push it down. Alright, so what we're going to have to do, as you can see, the fingers are going to come out. It's a little skinny to me, but let's see what it looks like rounded. All right, not too bad, just a tad bit on the flat side if you look at it this way. All right, so we are going to, let's see what we can do. All right, I'm going to start with this face, hold the shift key, right angle bracket to select those. And I'm just going to see if I can just widen it slightly to make it thicker. right? And I'm going to repeat the same thing with this. Hold the shift key, right angle bracket. Oops. If you select too much, left angle bracket. I'm going to pull them out slightly. Repeat this with that finger. Let's see if it's a little better. Yeah, they look a little better. They're not quite as skinny as before. Okay? Now, as I said, the middle finger is the longest. So if you want, I mean, he's an alien, so you can actually have fun with it. But I'm going to take this face and just slightly move it out, just a smidge. So I have a longer finger, like so. Then the rest of it, take this one and kind of split it back just a little bit. All right. Okay. And you can also go to the top view. If you want them to spread out more, you can still select the faces. So if I select that face, hold the shift key, right bracket, select these faces. You can also move them slightly over that way so they're further apart. Let's try one more selection. And grab these faces. And you can still kind of widen them right over here. All right. So not too bad. There's our hand. Okay. I'm going to make sure I delete history. Make sure history is deleted off my guide, which is not. So I'm going to delete history, clean it up slightly, put it back on polygonal mode, and figure out how to sew these two together. Now, this has 3 polygons going across. This has 1. So in order to scale them together, you are going to have to insert a couple of edge loops right here, but it's a little bit skinny to me. So I'm going to select the faces. Go up to here and split them out. Oops. Undo. Probably don't want that one. I'm going to scale them out slightly. Right here. I'm going to deselect. Scale them out just a smidge. Let's take a look at it.